Hey guys, you're watching Boondocking with Dennis. Memorial Day weekend. I'm at Fulton Harbor. It looks like they're setting up for something here. I've seen some fishing related booths going up. And as usual, I'm early. There's a Texas Parks and Wildlife tent, some vendors. I'm not really exactly sure what event this is, guys. And it's 9:39 a.m. and it looks like they're just setting up. Texas Best wading vest, something fishing related, huh? Pretty neat, bunch of fishing shirts. If you're in the area, you're into fishing, stop by, check it out. We're heading over to Goose Island State Park. I think we're going to have a gorgeous day. It's currently 83 degrees. I didn't check the wind speed. I'm going to put it at about 10 miles an hour out of the northeast. Because apparently I was going to say I'm an expert, but I think my predictions are just as good as our local weatherman, Dead Wrong Dale, right? Had some coffee this morning, ran some errands, went to the bank, got $10 worth of quarters, and I had to justify that, spending $10. I was like, well, you need water, and you kind of need ice, but you could just get the water. So I splurged, and spent $1.25 on water and ice. And that's enough for 2 days. So I guess that's a good investment in myself. Absolutely will take a drive along Aransas Bay, Fulton Beach Road, anytime overtaking the highway. Might take longer, but the views are better. Guys, I wanted to thank Sebastian. When I woke up this morning, and then I got a notification from Cash App that Sebastian had sent me a really nice gift. He's a good young man. I follow him on Instagram, and he gets around. He gets down to this area, particularly Port Aransas, quite a bit. So thank you very much, Sebastian. That was very kind of you. I appreciate it, buddy. If you're a regular viewer, you might remember about a month ago I went over to Goose Island State Park and checked out a site for friends of mine, and they're down this weekend. That's who I'm going over to Goose Island to visit now. My friends Jim and Roberta, always very nice people, always checking in, and just good folks in general. So I'm looking forward to visiting with them. And they're in the wooded section. The mosquitoes at the beach have not been bad. Like, I've hardly seen any. I just hope Goose Island is skeeter free. I don't know. Lamar is known for its mosquito quantity. I think everyone in our area goes to Port Aransas for the holiday, and all the mosquitoes go to Lamar. We are just leaving the Live Oak Peninsula, heading on over to Lamar. That's where Goose Island State Park is. That's Copano Bay on our left and Aransas Bay on our right. I was listening to a story on the news. Yellowstone National Park, a bison, a young bison, had fell into the river, and a park guest had jumped in to help and pushed the bison up a bank and helped save his life. Well, the herd rejected the bison, and apparently the guy's in trouble for interfering. The rangers there made numerous attempts to reintroduce the young bison to the herd, and the young bison just wasn't accepted by the herd, and it was approaching people and approaching vehicles looking for help, and they had to put the bison down, which is sad, very sad. I love bison. Bison might be my favorite land animal. But apparently the guy's in trouble. The guy who did the rescuing is in trouble for interfering. And they listed, you know, they spoke to a ranger, and he said, you know, it's not because we're uncaring or not hardworking. We made every attempt we could, and the idea of a nature preserve is to preserve nature. Let nature take its course. So honestly, it was nice to turn on the radio and not hearing one set of crooks calling the other set of crooks, you know? American politics. So a sad story, but I'm glad I heard it. Here's the ranger office at Goose Island State Park. There's a ranger. Well, just pulling away from the office, and we got a deer. Pretty neat. He doesn't seem, or she doesn't seem too afraid of people. Good morning, sweetheart. I'm kind of curious about how busy the park will be, being a holiday weekend and all. And I can see a bunch of people here in the primitive area. And the park host spot is filled. Well, one of them anyway. This is a nice little park, and I'm really fortunate it's part of Rockport. So this is Warbler Way, and not every site on the perimeter was filled up, but it looks pretty filled up through here. I'm gonna say about every site was filled up. There's a family out biking. Morning. We're getting waves. Yeah, I see one or two empty sites, and that's about it. And one Matilda. It's always good to know where the Matildas are. What you having, sweetheart? A little snack? Hey, baby. You're okay, Mom. You're okay. I'll move along and leave you alone. Keep eating, sweetheart. This is the other crossroad, if you will. The wooded area of the park is kind of a big circle with two streets right about the middle of the circle. Lots of people. Man, something smells good. I did not eat yet. Once I meet Jim and Roberta, I got some grub to cook. Shorter street, and then there's a circle here, which we can always take a look at. Yeah, there's some people in the primitive sites, but it's not packed. And the heat might have something to do with that. I think I'm the only dummy out sleeping in the heat. Another little doe. Just having a snack. Little bird viewing area, which I'm sure was spectacular before that housing development went out over there. I hear birds. This is the area where I park and always have a pretty good chance of a female cardinal attacking my side mirrors. I think it's happened 3 or 4 times in this spot. Absolutely gorgeous, guys. And I have to say, the mosquitoes were not bad in the wooded area. I mean, I didn't roll down the window and get swarmed so far, so I'll get out and visit with Jim and Roberta, and we'll see how they're doing. But there's just people here having a good day. They have a little kayak kiosk here, if you will. So that's kind of neat. The parking lot over by the boat ramp is filled with pickup trucks and empty trailers. So I think a lot of people were here early today, launching their boats and getting out fishing here on the bay. There's that housing development over there. We've done a video from in there before. They are really nice. It's a gorgeous day, guys. It's nice that there's a lot of people here. It's not packed. Maybe it's too early for everyone to be out and about, but campgrounds always have a good vibe. Not always, but you know what I mean? When it's working, it's working. And I'm getting a good vibe from the crowd here today. They have these awesome cabanas right on the bay. Look at that. Some are available. They got their tent set up literally 2 feet from the bay, so that's pretty cool. Everyone's got their trailers and side tents and vehicles all lined up. And it's nice here, you have the choice of being back in the woods or being right along Aransas Bay here. And in the distance you could see the causeway that we came over on, and beyond that, Copano Bay. Well, I guess it's that time, guys. You ready?
You heard the rumor going around about butter? Never mind, I shouldn't spread it.
No lifeguard. Probably because at high tide it's about 2 feet of water. And there's a kind of fish you can catch here. We've read that sign before, but if you want to freeze it and check it out, there it is. And then we got more trailers over here. Hey guys, I'm gonna go meet Jim and Roberta. I did want to mention that I'm trying to be better about meeting people. I am totally fine with people randomly stopping and saying hello. What I do try to avoid is people say, you know, hey, let's go out to lunch tomorrow. And I'm like, okay. And then I never hear from them again. Or I'm going to be in Rockport tomorrow. I'm like, okay. Never hear from them. So that's, if you wonder why I'm a little reluctant to meet people prearranged, that's why. But I'm trying to be better about it. I shouldn't let it affect me with everyone just because a few people are, you know, and then I'll hear from them a week later. Oh, sorry, yeah, we didn't have time. Well, you could have messaged me that day and let me know that, hey, our plans changed, we don't have time, instead of me waiting around half the day for you. There's my rant. That's the most mellow rant you're ever going to hear me have, because it's a mellow day. I'm going to go meet Jim and Roberta, Thanks for riding along today, guys. Thanks for watching.